Previously on TVSins.
One half is sold into slavery, or 1/3 dies.
Deal or no deal?
Oh, I see how it is, Seuss. You get a producer credit and all of a sudden the good doctor wants to go by Ted Geisel again. But a few seconds later, he's back Seussing it up. Pick a name, Ted. Age credits? Didn't we just see this exact same title just 40 seconds ago? Do you think we forgot what we were watching that quickly? Oh, sure, the Who's love Christmas and all, but who will speak for the trees?
At the tree with Christmas stuff like bingo balls and hoo-hoo fluff.
Trim the tree? Bingo balls? Hoo-foo fluff? Are we sure Dr. Seuss didn't have his doctorate in manscaping? If that wreath was a traditional wreath with the hole in the middle, where did the demonic star-topper Jack-in-the-Box come from? Was it hell? Because I think it was hell.
Trim up your uncle and your aunt.
Who's do what to who now?
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot.
Karloff oration.
The Grinch hated Christmas. Oh, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
Except Ron Howard. He seemed pretty sure it was because he was bullied in school. So Cannon Schmannon, I guess.
But the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
I heard this is the same issue with asshole YouTube television, movie, and music centers.
All those Who girls and boys.
Where did all these kids come from? Is this the Whoville orphanage? I mean, sure, it could be a giant Who family, except they all look exactly the same age. Do Whovians have kids in litters? Also, where are the adults? There are kids in here shooting arrows, riding trains, playing trumpets atop giant stilts, and riding roller skates while holding ornate badminton rackets. Whose are these?
Noise, 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 noise.
How would the Grinch be able to hear a thing coming from Whoville? I get that sound travels up, but with the amount of wind and the fact that he lives in a cave 10,000 feet up, this would seem to be a non-issue.
They'll blow their flubers, they'll bang their tartinkers.
And later he'll mention them beating their trum-tookers and slamming their slew-slonkers. Honestly, sometimes I think Susie and Rhyme is just a play-by-play of old-timey porn. Can we talk for just a second about the airflow physics and the switches necessary for a brass instrument with this many bells? Every bell would need a separate switch to redirect the sound. Not only that, you can only play one at a time anyway. It's almost like Dr. Seuss didn't even care about real-world physics and consequences. And this electro-Who cardio schlux has the exact opposite issue. Why do 4 Who's need to blow into it when it only has 1 bell? Also, how are any of them even supposed to see the one who is conducting? I mean, the one who is conducting. I mean, the one whom is conducting. Whatever. One of them is facing completely backwards is all I'm saying.
Then the Who's, young and old, will sit down to a feast. And they'll feast, and they'll feast, and they'll feast, 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 feast.
So, they're gonna feast? I wasn't sure I got that. These Russian nesting chefs are delivering this treat by focusing on presentation and style more than practicality and affordability. So it makes complete sense that it appears to be some kind of Apple product.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
This song is so perfect even this movie Grinch has to remove a few cents. But what is he even sewing here? He can't make it any more of a sleeve than it already is.
All I need is a reindeer.
I think it would have been less weird if there'd just been a reindeer farm nearby, as opposed to him having f***ing antlers mounted on his wall for no reason.
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
You know whose movie I want to see? Max. How the hell did he wind up with this green goblin? He couldn't have been raised by him, or he would have just ended up some sort of Christmas Cujo. Did Grinchy go dog shopping? And yes, I'm aware there's a follow-up book dedicated to answering this question, but I'm too lazy to even read rhyming picture books, so I'm just going to assume it's all bullshit. This works.
The sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town.
Are Who's nocturnal? Because as bright as this snow is, it's definitely day right now. I get that it's a cartoon and that he's a real son of a Grinch, but if you're asking me how much animal cruelty played for laughs in a kid flick I can take before I get uncomfortable, I'm just saying 2 full minutes might be close.
When he came to the first little house on the square.
Considering this is a Seuss world, and right angles don't exist, I'm pretty sure that no one even knows what a square is. It's probably called the town Fleffersnoodler. Since Max is on the ground, who the hell is he making eyes at here? I can overlook a lot of silliness in cartoons, like this anti-gravity ornament somehow climbing a tree to take out the other ornaments, but these ornaments rolling into a hole in the floorboard and then reappearing, falling through the rain gutters, has boggled my mind beyond what I can handle. I think Grinch is doing a service for these kids here. Think of the sticky hands, and how they will be covered in ants by morning if he doesn't take these candy canes from them. Also, how did we not all grow up with constant nightmares on Christmas Eve? Look at that face! That green monster was going to eat those children, I swear it! It's becoming more and more clear the animators of this special also took all the Who hash they could find. Also, why does all the food have Who in front of it on the labels? It's not like we go to the store and pick up human Jell-O.
Why are you
taking our Christmas tree?
I think the real question is how the f were you speaking so fluently if you're barely 2? What the f are they putting in the who hash?
And the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse.
So did he leave it or not? And if it was too small for the mouse, why did the mouse seem interested in it before it was snatched away? Christmas Special can't even stay true to its own direct narration. Is this really the quickest way to do this? Of the Grinch's many evils, I'm thinking lack of efficiency might be top of the list.
He rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
We used to do that in college. We called it the double-decker. Okay, fine. Contentment in all situations. Love is more important than material possessions. Blah, blah, blah. But this entire town just got violated in a horrendous way, and every single one of these Stepford Who's wakes up smiling and singing. Can we at least let them work through it a bit? Also, if we needed any more proof that the Who's are just a big cult, may I point you to the giant glowing deity in the middle of their circle?
Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store.
Yeah, but this Blu-ray did, and the countless other movies, clothing, and other merchandising this book has resulted in. I'm just saying there's a balance in the world is all.
The true meaning of Christmas came through, and the Grinch found the strength of 10 Grinches, plus 2.
So that's what we've been doing wrong. My trainer has me doing silly things like squats and presses when I should be reading the Nativity story while listening to the Christmas Shoes to get my swole on.
He brought everything back, all the food for the feast.
But they still locked him up for 2 decades at least. And as for the dog, even with full repentance, an accessory to the crime, he got his own max sentence. For in Whoville you see, green, brown, tall or small, no creature exists above the rule of law. Also, does Cindy think Santa is having lunch with them, or has her belief system been completely broken, and she will be an untrusting basket case for the rest of her life? I lean toward the latter. I'm totally giving a sin back for this being only 26 minutes, and not starring Jim Carrey, or being a pointless overlong 2018 holiday cash grab.
You're amazing, dude.
Thanks. I like to play.
Did you chop down this tree?
Today, it's Rajneesh Purim because a prominent Indian guru and his followers bought it.
Our vision was to create a community
based on compassion and sharing.
Because that's how you get ants.
Locked it in. That was so difficult. Man, he just grabbed on and saved 160 pounds from dropping down.
Christmas Day will always be just as long as we have we.